Traveling through Canadian airports like here in Montreal is tough enough right now. Not everyone's keen to see COVID testing return.
Not at the moment, no. It just confuses things and holds things up.
It wasn't hard to find people against the idea, but there are those who aren't disappointed.
I think it's good. COVID is back.
When COVID testing returns next week for people traveling by air, it won't be at the airport. Travelers coming back on international flights will be able to go to a testing facility, a pharmacy, or even do it virtually with a monitored self-swab. Now, for people who qualify as fully vaccinated, only some will have to be tested. They'll be picked at random and have until the end of the next calendar day. People who aren't vaccinated will have to be tested, in fact, twice. They have to do 14 days of quarantine and tests on day 1 and day 8. Moving the testing out of airports, the federal transport minister says, is to try to make things run more smoothly. He says the government's trying to make airports work better right now, not worse.
We recognize that testing at airports was adding a layer of congestion.
Now, experts we spoke to question how effective this program will be. It's not going to prevent COVID from entering the country. The government says that's not the point. The idea is to be able to track how much COVID is coming in and monitor for new variants.
Nothing wrong with testing and getting genome sequencing on people returning to find out, is a new variant or subvariant starting to come into Canada more often. It's probably not going to control the numbers, but knowing that information can be potentially useful to public health.
As for how people will be selected for testing, that'll be done through the ArriveCan app. People will make their customs declaration and then be notified by email they've been chosen. As for how many people will be tested, the government says it's about 5% of people returning to Canada.